Spinel was aware of Connie's sword fighting training with Pearl. She was happy that Pearl had found someone willing to learn how to defend herself. Even if it's just one time Pearl didn't want Steven to help Connie. Accidentally calling him Rose, Pearl had learned that for a bit and Spinel appreciated that. Now this time, however, she was invited to watch Steven and Connie's lesson about fighting. As Stevani, she had always had supported Stevani along with Garnet, but for all the exact reason. Right now, things were going rather smoothly from what they were watching. Stevani was fighting the giant hollow Pearl. Roll lasted for a moment, but for some reason, the fusion then shrieked and fell to the ground, unfusing into Steven and Connie. Spinel rushed over to them. "Oh, stars, are you two alright?" "Steven, Connie!" Garnet and Pearl yelled in alarm, joining their side. "What happened?" Steven asked, but Connie couldn't speak, only mumbling as she was running away. Steven called after her. Spinel wasn't sure about what happened. Did Connie feel like she was going to mess up? They were doing so well. "The fusion room?" Spinel repeated. They were leaving the children alone to talk as the day slowly turned to dusk. "Yes," Garnet said to her and Pearl. "I'm certain Connie was remembering an old memory during that time. A memory she regrets." Pearl blinked in worry. "Then what should we do?" Spinel could only sense a determination from Garnet. "We must teach them the important lesson about fusion and should learn. And you both here, I could use your help." "You mean?" The pale gem glanced at Spinel. Spinel only wanting more but to help her baby and his friend, and nodded. The gems held hands. They fell sync with each other and fused. Peach Moonstone appeared upon forming, knowing what to do. "I'm ready." The fusions took the children out onto the beach, and the sun was setting, and the sky was now a deep pink. "For a fusion to work," Garnet began, "an imbalance can cause your fusion to lose touch with reality. You see things aren't there, and eventually they fall apart. That is all to say, if you're falling apart, your fusion will not do as well, and to balance, you must understand your feelings. To understand your feelings, you must see them clearly without running towards them." "You see them clearly?" Connie asked. Peach Moonstone nodded. "Yes, but we can only show you as long as you are fused." Steven and Connie understood, and the light pink Stevani returned, and now the trio fusions were complete. They were all set away from each other in a triangle position. Stevani did so. "Okay, close your eyes," Garnet told him. "Relax," the Peach Moonstone whispered, love in her tone. "Only focus on the waves and let them fade, and let the thought come to you." At that moment, Stevani opened their eyes, and they saw a blue realm, joined by Garnet and Peach Moonstone meditating. Take a moment to think of this. Flexibility to love and trust. Take a moment just to think of just flexibility, love, and trust. Here comes a thought that might alarm you. What someone said and how it harmed you. Something that you did, you have not failed to be charming. The things you said were suddenly swarming. A vision of Ruby and Sapphire appeared, and a butterfly flew around them. Sapphire, you're cowering a bit, and Ruby angrily chased it. More butterflies appeared around Sapphire, and Stevani frowned as they had the butterfly and flew away, followed by a flock of them. "Oh, you're losing sight. You're losing touch. All these things have seemed no matter much. That they will confuse you, that I might lose you." Sapphire was now surrounded by the regretful butterflies, swarming like a swirl in formation. With her hair out of the way, with the blue prophet stared in horror and fear. With Ruby, she kept yelling and screaming at the butterfly to go away until she broke down into tears. Take a moment to remind yourself to. Take a moment to admit and find you. Take a moment to ask yourself if this is how you fall apart. Garnet held the butterflies in her palms, and Peach Moonstone and Stevani saw the change within the vision. But it's not, but it's not, but it's not, but it's not, but it's not. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You've got nothing, got nothing, got nothing, got nothing to fear. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Ruby let out the breaths to calm herself down. With the convents, she ran over to the distraught Sapphire, and she broke through the swarm. Sapphire became happy to see her, and the butterflies flew away. Garnet nodded to Peach Moonstone. Here comes a thought that may alarm you. What someone said and how it harmed you. Something that you did, it failed to be charming. The things you said are suddenly swarming. As Peach Moonstone looked to see a vision, it was Spinel, except she looked extremely different. She was crying, Butterflies flew in around her as Pearl and Rose laughed together as they walked away from her. An old version of Spinel fell to her knees, sobbing voicelessly. More butterflies swarming around her, but one of them landing on the side of her head. And oh, you're losing sight, you're losing touch. All these things have seemed to matter so much, that they confuse you, that I might lose you. However, Spinel looked up to see that Pearl Freeze was now horrified. Rose was now a much younger version of Greg when they kissed. They turned to butterflies and swarmed above Pearl. The pale gem stared at the moment, and then she fell to her knees and bawled. Take a moment to remind yourself to. Take a moment to remind yourself. Take a moment to ask yourself if this is how you fall apart. Peach Moonstone sadly upon the vision and calmly smiled when Spinel stood up, changing into the current version of Spinel. The butterflies were flying around as she walked over to Pearl and hugged her from behind. But it's not, but it's not, but it's not, but it's not, but it's not. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You've got something, you've got nothing, you've got nothing, you've got nothing, you've got nothing to fear. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. When Peach Moonstone sang, the Spinel that seemed to be repeating the words, Pearl stopped and looked at Spinel with a surprise, before crying happy tears, turning herself into an embraced pink gem back. As the vision faded, Peach Moonstone nodded over to Stefani. Here comes a thought that might alarm me. When someone said that how it harmed me, something I did that I failed to be charming, the things I said were suddenly swarming. For Stefani's version, Stephen and Connie were walking by solemnly until they encountered a butterfly. Connie glanced away before cowering with grief. From her backpack came more butterflies. And oh, I'm losing sight. I'm losing touch. And I'm losing touch. All these things that seem to matter so much, that they confuse me. Stefani reached out for them. As the children were forced to watch Connie's flashback to breaking the kid's arm from the giant butterfly and burst into tiny butterflies. That I might lose me. Take a moment to remind yourself into. Take a moment to find yourself in. Take a moment to ask yourself if this is how we fall apart. But it's not, but it's not, but it's not, but it's not, but it's not. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I've got nothing to fear. I'm here. Stefani felt better, and the regrets of fluttering away, Connie and Stephen breathing to calm themselves down. Stephen was able to reassure her that they will be able to let it go. And it was just a thought, just a thought, just a thought, just a thought, just a thought. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We can watch them, we can watch them go by. From here. The remainder of the visions were just Stephen, Connie, Ruby, Sapphire, Spinel, and Pearl laying on the floor, watching the regretful butterflies fly away. Take a moment just to think flexibility, love, and trust. Take a moment to think of just flexibility, love, and trust. Go get them! Spinel cheered as she watched the fusion getting back into the hollow pearls. Great technique, Stefani, Pearl yelled with pride, ducking with Spinel as the hollow pearl flew over them defeated. Keep it up! Thanks, ma'am, Stefani nodded as they changed into another hollow pearl with their sword forward. Ah! Stefani then froze, then found themselves on the ground with now an orange fusion realm, their sword piercing through bismuth. Bismuth then stared at them before poofing into butterflies. Oh no, it's happened again, Stefani backed away. Who's that? Connie asked. Bismuth, Stephen answered. Stephen, no, it's coming for me now. Stefani! Garnet and Spinel's voice broke them back into reality. Oh no, Pearl felt dread. Stephen, Connie, stay focused. They got this, Garnet said to them. Honey, it's okay, Spinel told them with a loving reassurance. But Stefani began to hallucinate again, and Spinel backed them away from them, terrified as she cupped over her mouth. No, wait, Spinel, Stefani cried, reaching out for her. I didn't mean to, I didn't want to. But Spinel didn't listen, as almost if she was horrified by what they have done. But another orange blur knocked Spinel to the ground, and Stefani gasped when they saw it was Jasper. Except Jasper lifted her head, and Stephen saw her. There was nothing more than a monstrous being who had tried to kill the closest thing he had to a mother. The nightmarish Jasper reared her head back, cracking menacingly. She frightened the grip around Spinel's neck. Spinel didn't move, her eyes wide in horror as Jasper raised her claw-up hand. No, Stefani pleaded, but Jasper slashed right through Spinel, transforming her into white butterflies. Blinded with fury, Stefani then ran back and struck the sword into Jasper, butterflies swarming around them, and when the wind had picked up. Stefani flew through the tears and struggled to stay on the feet when they turned and saw 5 rubies getting swept away by the wind, screaming for their lives. "No!" Stephen sobbed and clutched his hand. "I wanted to help them, but I couldn't. I couldn't." Connie answered for them. "No, it's okay. It's okay to think about it." Around them, Stefani saw the figures of angry Bismuth holding her stomach, and medical Jasper holding a scarred Spinel down, and the rubies clinging onto the floor. I thought I could do it," Stephen whispered through Stefani, "but it's too much. I can't do it." Once again, all the visions morphed into butterflies, and all the strong thoughts of regret had came into heads of rose quartz. Staring down at them in disappointment, Stefani backed away, continuing to cry as if they dropped their sword. "No, no, no, ah!" Coming back into reality, Stefani backed away from the edge of the arena and fell. Garnet and Spinel and Pearl all screamed as their name had been dissected beneath the clouds. In their panic, Stephen and Connie unfused. "Stephen!" Connie shrieked, reaching out for him. Stephen ignored her, sobbing loudly and hugging his legs. "I can't go do anything." "Don't say that. That's not true. I didn't want to hurt them. I didn't want to hurt Spinel." "What are you talking about?" "Ah!" In their fall, the giant vortex of butterflies surrounded them, and Connie got up close to the boy and embraced him. "Face it, Connie. I'm too weak to help them. I'm a burden. Stephen, Spinel says she loves me, but I always get her in danger because of me. Why can't she be smarter or faster or stronger for her? Why does it always have to make her there for me? To make her want to suffer for me?" He clutched his hand in agony. "It's okay, Stephen." Stephen finally opened his eyes, tears freely flying. "It's okay to think of this way, Stephen. You feel bad for someone because you care, and that's what makes you so amazing, Stephen. You can move on from this, just like Spinel, like Pearl, Garnet, and everyone else. There's always people out there who love you, like me." Stephen cried and even more into her words. "Oh, Connie." As regretful vortex dissipated, they fused into Stefani once more, using their Hoover ability to touch the soft grass. From above, they could see Spinel's and Glenge's arm searching around for them. It stretched until it was hit the ground, feeling around. Stefani prepared themselves and grabbed the arm, and the arm coiled around them with a great strength and pulled them up to the clouds, back into the arena where they panicked. Spinel, Pearl, and Garnet were waiting. "Oh my stars!" Spinel panted, hugging them tightly. "Are you all right?" Stefani remained quiet, embracing Spinel. "I'm here." I'm sorry, what was the what?" Spinel's mood was then turned off when she heard the word. "Yeah, the penguin." Stephen showed her through the rough sketches of the penguin from the journal of Buddy Budwick. "What do you know about it?" It happened several months since the fusion train in the area, although for the autumn and the winter, Stephen had a few missed adventures, such as making friends with Onion, the returning of Mr. Smiley and Quinity Frowning, learning about the day she met Stephen as a baby, and meeting Andy D'Amato, who was Greg's cousin. For Spinel, all she had done was visit Jasper from time whenever she could, and she had to give herself some more thoughts about her relationship with Pearl, who had moved on from Rose. Strangely though, she hadn't been unable to visit her Garnet anymore. She didn't know why, but now it came to all this. Spinel took a step back, trying to figure out an answer as the warp pad had been activated, revealing to be Pearl, Garnet, and Amethyst. "Still no sign of Jasper," Garnet sighed. Spinel slightly gulped as Stephen ran up to them, with the journal followed by Connie. "Hey, do you know anything about this thing?" Amethyst leaned closer. Stephen, you deserve to know the truth, and the truth is, I have no idea what that thing is. I've never seen it before in my life." "Excuse me, Amethyst," Pearl butted in. "Allow me." She took the image that she and Spinel could just see the fear in the pale gem's eyes. "Well, it appears to be an illusion of some kind of journal." Stephen was puzzled by her answers. "Oh, come on, I'm sure you know. I saw it in my dream, and I was thinking maybe you guys knew what it was." Pearl then glanced nervously at Spinel, knowing exactly what she was thinking. "Stephen, Connie, I think you should—" "You can't go there!" Garnet cut them off, sending everyone back into shock. Stephen and Connie stared. "Well, why not?" the former asked. Amethyst leaned in. "Yeah, why not?" The boy closed his journal, sighing in disappointment. "I thought you were all going to tell me everything from now on." "Oh, Stephen, Pearl mumbled, both shooting another glance at Spinel, which Stephen saw. Spinel! Stephen turned to face Spinel rushing towards her, tugging on her dress and looking up at her with pleading eyes. I know you wouldn't lie to me, would you? The pink gem felt her heart almost break. No, I wouldn't. She had to let something out. It was Pink Diamond's Pleniguin, and... She then saw Garnet making a frantic gestures behind Stephen, as if she didn't want her to say any more. Stephen noticed this as Pearl froze into place. He realized something. Wait, are you guys hiding something from me? Spinel then shook her head. Oof, of course not, love. It's just... Spinel, Garnet shouted. Just shut it. Why would I shut it? Spinel shot back. He already knows I was Pink Diamond's toy, and he deserves to know that. In her fury, Garnet jumped at her, holding her tightly and covering her mouth. Spinel muffled a couple protests and struggled. Pearl then gasped in shock. Hey, let go of her! In the background, MFS was eating some popcorn, offering it to Connie, who declined. Stephen, who was watching Garnet, Pearl, and Spinel argue and struggle in their fight. It finally stopped. Enough! Stop it! I'm sick of everyone hiding stuff from me. If that place has something to do with Pink Diamond, then I shouldn't know about her, should I? Pearl then cupped her hand over her mouth in fear. Spinel's eyes were trickled with tears, and Garnet only frowned. You just can't go there, Stephen. Why not? Stephen screamed, tears forming in his eyes in frustration. I don't deserve the truth? I'm sorry, Connie broke down the argument. I should have brought the book. Yes, you should have. Stephen glared at her. At least that's the last bit of information. I don't have to get it out of them. Everyone was frozen with shock. Spinel removed herself from Garnet to try to comfort the boy, but ran out the door. They all remained silent until Garnet grabbed Spinel's shoulders. Spinel, please listen to me, the fusion told her in a panic. You must tell Stephen not to go. You're the only one he'll listen to. Trust me on this, please. Spinel glared coldly and then walked outside to follow Stephen. Stephen was in the hallway halfway up the stairs when he opened the door and closed it. He saw that it was Spinel, whose pigtails were low and her eyes were filled with sorrow. I'm sorry about that, Spinel said. What? Stephen scowled. You here to tell me not to go? No. Spinel glared at him. No, you deserve to go there. I know I can't stop you now. You already found the Pleniguin, so you should just go there. It's somewhere in Korea. The boy at first was happy that Spinel wasn't stopping him, but first realized her tone and the words are you not going? I can't. Spinel's voice was hardly audible. Why not? Are you? No, it's not that, Spinel lashed out before relaxing. I was there, Stephen, when Pink was shattered by Rose. I can't go back there, my dear. It brings me back too many bad memories. I'm sorry. Stephen glanced down and stood up for a moment. All right, I'll take Dad with me. That sounds best, Spinel mumbled. I love you. I love you too, Spinel replied before walking down the steps towards the gas station, holding the journal in his arm. Good luck, my sweet boy. Soon you'll know everything. She nearly jumped when Garnet slammed the door open. Why did you let him go? Garnet, you know I love him so much to hold him back. No, it's not that. You might. The fusion facepalm before muttering something under her breath that Spinel couldn't understand. The pink gem groaned and headed back inside, hoping that she was doing what was right. For the next few days, Greg and Stephen had been gone. Spinel had been thinking more and more about her choice. No, she was doing the right thing. Talking to Jasper, letting Stephen go with the Pleniguin. Was she doing nothing but everything right? She sat on the couch, sipping her tea as usual, and Pearl had gone quiet, and MFS had been asking questions, which Garnet made them not answer, which angered her. Did Garnet not love Stephen that much? Just then Garnet appeared from the room with the storming out with it to mumble a few words that Spinel could hear. Can't believe. Pearl diamond, blue diamond, there. Spinel then dropped her teacup. What did you just say? Garnet panicked when she realized that Pink Gem was right there. Oh no, Spinel, wait. Why didn't you tell me sooner? Spinel screamed loudly, rushing over to the warp pad and warping over to the Pleniguin where she shoved any trauma built up time and ran as fast as he could. How could you be so stupid, Garnet? Why didn't you tell me or Stephen that she was even there? It's best not to steal my baby, and I won't let you. She got closer and closer, zooming in her eyes in the trees, and she got to the right place, and her pace stopped when she knew some familiar tall blue figure hovering over Greg, and she stopped right there in the bush, panting for her breath as she screamed, Greg, run! Oh, Blue Diamond stared at her. Who's this? Spinel thought that the word had stopped her. Oh no, She just made the worst decision of her life. Instantly, Diamond had recognized her and snatched Spinel and lifted her up, her body making a loud, demonic squeak. Spinel, Pearl, the blue diamond gasped. Is that you? The pink gem struggled in her grasp. No, this can't be happening. I can't believe it. The diamond's eyes poured down from her face, grabbing Greg, who yelped in protest. 2 gifts for once. Oh, what a wonderful day. Spinel looked down to see a Pearl, blue Pearl, staring at her with a mouth agape, and then she felt pressure applied to her body. Spinel grated her teeth to try to get her strength back, but her hand was so much she poofed and retreated to her gem. I have to show her how yellow. Oh, we haven't lost all pink. Blue Diamond spoke excitedly, commanding to her own panic wind, and she and Pearl girl stepped outside. Greg continuing to protest. Spinel, Dad! Stephen cried out, running out of the bushes as the peregrine floated up into the blue arm of the ship. Tried to leave towards the ship, but couldn't get to it in time, as the ship flew far away into space as he fell. No! Stephen whispered, beginning to cry before someone caught him and landed him safely on the ground. Garnet's visors disappeared as she hugged Stephen. Stephen, I'm so sorry. I saw you come here. I saw Blue Diamond on Earth. I saw Spinel giving away our hiding spot to try to rescue you. I didn't want any of this coming here. She stole them away, Stephen sobbed. It's all my fault. I should have listened to you. What do we do? The fuchsia looked up. We're going to space. We're going to get them back here.